Good morning. It's another beautiful morning here in Columbus, Ohio, where I live. I'm hoping things are going well for you wherever you are and you've got beautiful weather. I was just outside today, and wow, I don't go outside very often. So in these COVID times, I spend most of my days in the office, in the basement, and that's where I am right now. But typically, I will go outside in the backyard, but I don't often go to the point where I actually drive somewhere. So this morning, I had to drive somewhere. I drove to the School for the Blind because we had one of our first meetings, kind of a walkthrough of the situation there with all the COVID rules and whatnot going on, and the back to school protocol and all that's coming. So I was just excited about it, and I don't know if that's what it was, but I woke up last night at about 2 a.m. and when I did, I just couldn't get back to sleep. So I lay there and I tossed back and forth for quite a while, and then finally, a little before 6, I finally got up and decided to come down and have a cup of coffee and think about some things. But when I was laying there at about 5:30, I started to think about you. I started to think about you and how we're going to change your life. We're going to make you so you can be happy. You can be happy with what you have, happy with who you are. Knowing who you are is one of the most important parts of all this, is to know who you are. We talk a lot about self-awareness, and self-awareness is key. But if you can have self-awareness and then be able to accept that awareness, then really you're going to be able to do so much more than you've ever done before. You're going to be able to serve other people. That's a large part of what we do here at A Radical Vision. We help other people to have better lives. Sometimes it's all about bringing them joy and making them happy. And if we can do that, that's what this is all about. It's making sure that you have joy. One of the best ways for us all to have joy is to serve other people. There's nothing better than serving others. And that's the best way that you can have joy. I think about my some of my experiences that I've had over the years. I know when I've kind of gone above and beyond and done things not outside of my work schedule, and I've maybe had a Saturday meeting with a group, or maybe I've spent the afternoon or all day Saturday working with an association to make them better and to help them grow. When I do that, I do that obviously for the association. I'm not getting paid. So when I do that, there's a huge sense of fulfillment in me, really a huge sense of joy. Because as I'm driving there, and I remember this vividly, every time I drive to one of those meetings, as I'm going there, I feel like I'm giving something. I'm giving something that I normally would not have given. And that gift, that transfer of my time and my not that I'm all that, but I mean, just giving that to the association or to the group of people I'm talking to, or maybe it's even a work day. I'm going in for a work day and nobody else is on the road, or not many people are on the road, but I get that sense of fulfillment. Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever started to do something where you were kind of going above and beyond, or maybe doing something a little bit different outside of your work, and you kind of felt that sense of encouragement, that sense of fulfillment and joy? And when you do that, I'm like, oh my gosh, it starts to change your life. And it's kind of like a drug. Not that I'm encouraging you to do drugs, but that drug really makes a big difference in our lives. So that's one of the blind spots that we all have. Now, many people have. I wouldn't say we all have, but the blind spot that we aren't always willing to go above and beyond. We aren't always willing to serve other people. and sometimes serving other people looks differently than what you might think. Now, it doesn't mean you have to go to a soup kitchen, but you can. I'm talking about serving people from an association perspective and doing something for them. Now, it doesn't have to mean that you're always going there to lead the meeting, but being a part of the meeting is also serving the association. I want to impress upon you today what that would mean if you would take that next step, if you would do a little bit more, have a little more openness in terms of what you're doing. Because I remember when I was in IT sales, from 8 to 5 and sometimes beyond, quite a bit beyond, all I could think about was my job. All I could think about was my quota. How do I retire my quota? And where am I going to get the money to pay for my kids' college? Where am I going to get the money to provide for my family? Where is all that going to happen? What can I do? But when you have a different mindset, and it's not a money mindset, you have a servant mindset, a servant leadership mindset, then everything changes. I mean, one of my friends that was been on these calls here recently, he has a mindset of a servant leader. And he started an organization years ago. And it's a great story. And I'm going to have him on sometime to talk about it. So I don't want to tell you too much. But that guy has the right mindset. He has the mindset that I want to have. Because when I die, I don't want to die with a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to die knowing that I could have done something additional for some people. I could have helped them. That's what I want to do. That's all I want to do. I want to be able to help you. And I want to be able to help you to have a better life. Now, you may be saying, Brian, I don't need your help. And that's okay. But for those of you that really want to do something different, to really, you want to take it to the next level, you really want to pour gas on that fire that's burning inside you, that you know you have something to offer. If you want to do something like that, I want you to come along with me, because what we're doing today is going to be the first step. It's the groundwork that we're doing in order to deliver a better life for people all across the world. And one of those things that we're doing is we have this membership site. So if you are a member of radicalvision.com or the membership site from Podia, that is where we're going to start to really build a framework. And the framework is going to be for, get this, Wink University. That is going to be awesome, because we're going to help people, for one, to embrace their own personal blindness, because we all have blindness in our lives. We all have blindness in our lives. And if we can embrace that blindness, if we can know what that blindness is, and then do something with it, that's all. That makes all the difference in the world. Now, blindness can be good and it can be bad. You know, blindness for me, I think of blindness and I think of what my daughter did for me back in 2011. I mean, she didn't know what no doctor could do. She opened my eyes. She opened my eyes to my blindness. That blindness was caused because I didn't know the value that I brought to her. She told me that in a letter she wrote for Father's Day. She wrote things like, "Dear Dad, Happy Dad's Day." Yes, I do have the letter memorized. "Happy Dad's Day. I hope you have a great day because you definitely deserve it. All the cards and TV commercials always say, 'My dad's the best.' But they're all lying. You're the best ever. Sure, other people's dads are great. They're younger than you, they're sportier, and they're funner. But you've got something that other dads don't have: bravery." So right there, she told me to stop comparing myself to other people. Don't worry about other people and what they're doing. Worry about you and worry about being my dad. I just want you to be my dad. So that's what I've been doing all these years, trying to be her dad. Some days I do really well. Some days I do well. some days. But it's all that I want to do. It's all I want to be is her dad and my two sons' dad, Grant and Colin. I mean, there's just so much to offer them. And it's not that I'm offering them something that I don't have. I'm offering them who I am. And it makes all the difference in the world. So I want to enjoy, I want to encourage you again to come on with me. Come on with me on this journey that we're going on. Join that membership site, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Wink University. I just love that. And yes, I'll give credit where credit is due. Wink University came from our good friend, Wes Wyatt. Now, Wes is my partner, and he has helped me immensely with a huge number of things that I can't even tell you about because the list is too long. But I'll tell you, he's very calm, very considerate, very patient, very knowledgeable, technical. So many things about this guy. He's just phenomenal. So I'm thankful to have him. And I'm sure he's probably one of the people that has replied in some comments here. And I'm going to check out the comments right now and see who we have on. So let's see. Make this. Okay. And the first one, Wes Wyatt, comes on with the standard thing that we should be doing as we listen to these calls. So again, hashtag live if you're listening to this live, hashtag replay if you're listening to the replay. But if you would put a picture in your timeline, if it's Facebook, LinkedIn, or YouTube, well, not YouTube, but Facebook or LinkedIn, then put a picture of you winking in your timeline, tag me, and put down Brian with one eye and winking with Wagner, or winking without Wagner, either one. So that would be great. And you'll also be entered into a raffle to win a free signed copy of my book. Sometimes it does take a brain turning. And then also, I want to encourage you to click on that link, that final link there, and join the membership that I've been telling you about. So that would be great. Let's see, who else do we have on this morning? My good friend Rhonda Benscooter from Signet, Ohio. Good morning, Rhonda. How are you? I'm glad you're on. Then we have a new one. It's Sundaraj. Hey, how are you, Sundaraj? Hope you're doing well this morning. Thank you for joining #live. And if you would let me know where you're dialing in from, that would be great too. Let's see, who else? Carla Bruscato. You know, Carla, I think I've seen you on LinkedIn in the past. And if my memory serves me correct, you are connected with Michael Ray, another great guy as well. I mean, what Michael Ray has done is phenomenal with the Louisville Smile Project. So thank you for joining me on this call. And we're just going to continue to serve as many people as we can. So thank you again for joining. Let's see, who else do we have? Good morning. Good morning, Jody. Thank you very much for joining. I love it, love it, love it. And you must love it too. Thank you. I appreciate that. We've helped each other, brother. I appreciate that, Wes. Thank you. And yes, no wanking. No, none of that wanking. So anyway, again, a lot of good stuff is happening right now, and I want you to be part of it, because what we're doing here is setting the groundwork. We're setting the foundation for a huge amount of personal growth, not only for me, but for you. And if I can help you grow, if I can help you be a better person, if I can help you to serve other people, then that's what I'm here to do. I mean, I I don't know. I don't know what else to do. And I'm thankful for all that you've done for me so far, for all that you've helped me with the laying the groundwork of the Vision Alignment Show. You know, the Vision Alignment Show is kind of taking on a life of its own. The show is really typically me talking about what it is that I've gone through and how my vision has now become aligned with my core, and my core is really who I am and what I represent, and having my vision aligned with that, with who I am, has been very important. So when you think about your own vision and how you want to go forward, you got to make sure that it aligns with your core beliefs. So again, thank you for joining. I appreciate that, and we've got a lot to work on, but we have a huge foundation that we've already laid, and we're going to continue to lay it. So thank you very much for that. What else? There are so many things that we could talk about this morning. As always, we have blind spots, and I've talked a little bit about those. We have the vision that we know we all have, we all need to have, and then the goals that lead up to that vision are important. But then we also talk about what makes us unique. And if we can understand what makes us unique and then use that to serve other people, it's the best. Life is going to change. Well, and I told you about the Ohio School for the Blind and all that's going on there. So lots of goodness that's coming from all that. But I'm just amazed. I'm not amazed. I'm just thankful. So thankful that you all have joined me this morning. Now, we have a number of things we're working on. We do still work at the School for the Blind, and that's an important part of who I am, and it's an important part of what makes me who I am. But I'll tell you, I'm bringing back stories from that, and I'm hopefully going to be relaying them to you in some way to make sure that you understand the work that we're all doing. We're all doing it together. It's not just me. It's not just Wes, it's all of us together, serving each other. This is one of the ways that we serve. So again, I'm just pleased, and I'm thankful, grateful every day, grateful every day. I love it. I love you. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate all that you've done for me and a Radical Vision. I gotta stop saying that word me and I. I'm trying to eliminate my I. I'm trying to eliminate my I from my talk. So if I can do more of that for what we have, for what we're doing, that would be so great. So as always, thank you very much for joining, and keep one eye on the road. Thank you.